Hi, I'm Sooz, and I've been dealing with the fact that Eastenders has been down to just 2 episodes a week instead of the usual four for over 6 weeks now, and I'm fine. And I've created my own Eastenders here where I am able to bring it back to 4 episodes a week. It was the first day in my new job. I was a COVID-19 vaccine delivery agent. I'd been given the job by the government so that everyone would be vaccinated from coronavirus, like in the film Contagion and also Outbreak. I had to go door to door vaccinating people, and I'd had all my training already over Zoom. On my first morning on the job, I awaited the email that would tell me where to go. It arrived at 9 a.m. on the dot. Albert Square, Walford, East London. Okay, here goes, I said to myself, loading up my box of vaccines into my car and setting off for this Albert Square. I arrived quickly because there was still hardly any traffic on the road due to lockdown, which would soon be over because of the new vaccine that I was delivering. The first address on my list was number 45. I knocked on the door with vaccines for each occupant in my pocket, which I had already sterilised before I got into my car. A lady with blonde hair and a voice that sounded ravaged by 1,000 cigarettes opened the door.
"Hi, I'm Kathy Beale. You must be vaccine lady,"
she said. "Yes, that's me, Sooz," I replied. "I'm here with your vaccines." Kathy let me in. In the living room, piled floor to ceiling, were hundreds of toilet rolls, still in their packaging. They covered the furniture, most of the floor space, and what? They were also inside the sideboard, I noticed as I opened it to have a look if they were in there, and they were. Kathy saw me looking at all the toilet rolls and said,
"Oh yes, those are my son Ian's. He is a local business owner and he saw an opportunity when the virus first broke and, well, it turns out people had enough toilet rolls after all."
"I see," I said sympathetically. Just then, a man in a striped rugby shirt from Burton's Menswear walked into the room, carefully because of all the toilet rolls. He was sobbing.
"Oh, Ian," Kathy said, "is this about the toilet rolls again?"
"Oh, Mum," he spluttered, "I spent everything we had on 'em. I've got nothing left." He collapsed against the loo rolls, their polythene packaging quickly becoming slick with his tears and running nose.
"Ian, please." Kathy was flustered. "This is Sooz, the vaccine lady."
Ian finally saw me and attempted to make himself presentable. Kathy reached into the sideboard and passed him a toilet roll. "Oh, I'm sorry," he said. "I need the vaccine and so does my mum. I also live here with my son Bobby, who came out of prison last year for murdering his sister Lucy."
"She is my granddaughter,"
Kathy added. "Wow, I'm so sorry," I said. This family sure did like to overshare, I thought, but I didn't say it out loud because I had a job to do given to me by the government. I vaccinated Ian and Kathy, and they brought Bobby down to be vaccinated too. "It says here there is one more house dweller for me to vaccinate," I said officially.
"Oh yes, Peter."
"He is my other child who is still alive," said Ian. "Peter!" he called. Thudding footsteps suddenly permeated the air. The house shook as the footsteps threatened to splinter the Beale staircase into smithereens. A great shadow fell across Ian, Kathy, myself, the toilet rolls, and the rest of Albert Square as Peter Beale entered the room. He was 8 foot tall, maybe more, with shoulders wider than a Range Rover. I was filled with terror at the sight of this beast and plunged through the toilet rolls and out of the back door of the Beale house. Staggering into Albert Square, I had to work hard to avoid flying headlong into an old woman pulling a shopping cart. Luckily, my reflexes were quick. Another nanosecond of reaction time, and I'd have been within 2 meters of her. "Oh dear, oh I say," she said. "I'm sorry, I gestured towards the Beale house. "Oh, I know what's happened. You saw Peter Beale," said the lady, nodding sagely. "I was just so afraid, but I have a job to do." "What job's that?" inquired the woman. "I'm Dot Cotton, by the way." "Hi, Dot. I have to vaccinate everyone in Albert Square. I'm the vaccine lady. Look at me. I couldn't even complete my first house," I said hopelessly. "Maybe," Dot said. "The real giant you're afraid of ain't Peter Beale. It's the task what lies ahead of you." Wow. She was right. Wow. You're right, I said to her. Maybe you're going to be the one that saves me, 'cause after all, you're my wonder wall. Matthew, chapter 6, verse 17. You're right, Dot. I have a job to do, to make Albert Square safe again. Go on, dear. Back into that house. Finish the job. Around 5 million viewers per episode are counting on you. Viewers? Episode? I was confused. Episode is what we call a day here in Albert Square. But what a viewer! Don't question it, dear. Just say of Albert Square. And with that, I turned on my heel and went back to the Beale house. The sounds of Julia's theme played around me as I got the extra large Peter Beale vaccine from my sterilised pocket, and I knew what I had to do.